Hey guys, so today I thought I would do kind of like a story time video thing. So today I'll be talking about the time when I worked as an extra on a movie that Angelina Jolie was directing. Cause yeah, like I know like I didn't have like a major role or anything, but yeah, it was pretty interesting and I got to meet Angelina and yeah, so in this video I will be talking about my experience. So basically it started off, my call time on set I think was 5 a.m. and it was at a place that was pretty far away from where I lived. So yeah, I had to get up like really early in the morning and get ready. It was still dark. Like my mum was driving me out to this place and we basically, yeah, I got there, it was really dark and it was freezing. I just got in, I like signed in to say that I was here, and then I went and sat and waited for a bit when I waited to go into hair and makeup. Yeah, and then when I eventually went into hair and makeup, I got, they did really just basic makeup pretty much, and they just did my hair back. I think the era, I'm not sure on this, I think it was like, the scene, well, first of all, the movie is called Unbroken and it is out now, and the scene that they were filming on the day I was there was kind of like a flashback scene from when like the main character was a kid, and so we're at like a racetrack thing and it was like these guys were like running around the field and it was me and a couple other girls were like the fangirls in the bleachers, so we were there and so we were just cheering, and we were sort of seen in a few other shots that they were filming like around the bleachers. And that was like set back in, I think it was the 1930s, it might be the 1920s, I'm not sure. But so I had sort of like 1930s hairstyle and stuff, which was pretty groovy. And then, yeah, they brought out breakfast and it was basically just a lot of sitting and waiting until they were ready for us on set. And that was like few hours, like we were just sitting, waiting, doing nothing. Like I felt so bad because like I was only at the time, I think I was 16 or something, and so yeah, my mum came with me and like she just stayed with me for the whole day because it was the type of thing like we knew we'd be there for a while, we knew it would be a long day, but like we weren't exactly sure how long it would be or whatever. So that was, yeah, we were just waiting for a few hours and then we got called to set, so then we had to leave all our stuff in like these tents, and then we got in these buses which took us down to like the field, and then we sat out, all the girls, like they sort of positioned us on the bleachers, and then we sat and waited while they got the boys ready for them to run. And then by then it was getting really hot, it was like the middle of summer in Australia, and yeah, it was like a 40-degree day that day or something. It was ridiculous, and we we're just sitting out in the sun for such a long time, like it was crazy, and we're just like watching. They felt like, I mean, I was just sitting there, but like these guys were like running around the track, and I was like, oh my god, like you poor things. But yeah, and then we were just kind of sitting and waiting as they were reshooting, doing all different takes. We sort of had to do what we were doing in the background, and then they did a few scenes that were near us in the bleachers, so we were sort of a bit more in shot. There was one part that they actually filmed where the kid was like, the main character was running away and he sort of came and hid under the bleachers, and they originally had my head was like the in shot, so as he's looking out you kind of just see like me on the side. They ended up, they cut that scene, so I mean the whole day, it was like a full day, and the scene in the movie was only like 30 seconds or something, not even. And then they filmed, you know, just a few, just over and over. Honestly, now thinking back, it was like just over, it was like over a year, no, it was like 2 years ago, and I can't even remember what they were doing. We were just sitting there and they were just doing take after take after take. There was a lot of sitting, waiting, making sure it was all right, and kind of just sitting there like just talking amongst ourselves while we were waiting and stuff. And then they had to call the director down to set for shot, which was Angelina, and she came and we were standing like so close to her, and all us girls like freaking out, like, oh my god, like Angelina Jolie is like right in front of us. And yeah, she was sort of watching a few takes and stuff, and then it was just before our lunch break, I think it was, she came over to us girls and she started talking to us, and she's like, oh hi, like how are you going? And she's like, oh, like, because it was like really hot by then, it was like the middle of the day, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry that like you guys are sitting in the sun. And she's like, but thank you like so much. She's like, you're so important here, like thank you so much. And then yeah, she kind of just sat down with us on the bleachers and was like talking to us, which was like really amazing, because it's like, well, it's this like movie star, like, A-list celebrity, and she's sitting and like talking with us, and like it was amazing. And yeah, she was so lovely. It was just so humbling to see her just like a normal person. Like when I was talking to her, like I kind of forgot who she actually was, because she was just, yeah, just so lovely. And then, yeah, so then we went and we broke for lunch, and we were just in this big hall, and all the food was not the best. But that's just me. I'm a fussy eater. But anyway, and then we had like touch ups of our hair and makeup before we went back to reshoot more in the afternoon. And by then, like I was feeling so sick. I think we all were. Like it was just so hot, and but by then sort of some shade started to come over, thank goodness, which was good. But yeah, and then we did, for the rest of the afternoon, we're doing more takes, and I was just kind of thinking, like, oh, I'm going to go home, I feel sick. But then when they were sort of starting to wrap up, they'd finished parts of the shots, they brought, like, all us girls, like, our mums got to come down, just sort of, like, sit on the oval type thing where the track was in the shade. And yeah, they were sitting there, and then I sort of watched, and then I saw like Angelina went over to the mums and like sat down like next to my mum, was like talking to like, and this isn't even like the main actor's mum, like she was just talking to like the extras mums, like, and yeah, she was just chatting with them for ages. And then they sort of started to pack up and wrap up set, and then they packed up everything else before like the actors and the extras were to leave. And yeah, so then once they had packed everything up, they told us girls that, okay, like you have to go, you need to be cleared off set. And this was like I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Like it was late. It was a long day, especially being there since 5 a.m. But I mean, that's like what the movie business, and that's what the industry is, long days. But yeah, we were all tired, so we kind of all just wanted to leave anyway. And then, yeah, people were like going up to Angelina like afterwards, like some of the actors, like the boys and stuff that were there, because they were closer, they were going up and trying to get photos. And then like all the crew and stuff were on set, they're like, no, you have to leave, like no photos, like you have to go, like we're packing up, you need to leave. So they all got sort of shooed off, and my mum was still standing around like on the grass waiting. She was talking to Angelina, and then my mum started to walk off to get me, and then I saw my mum like called me over, and she's like, Hannah, like quick. And I came running, I didn't know what it was, like I was just wanting to go home by that point. And she's like, oh, quick, get a photo. And I was like, oh, okay. So I stood next to Angelina, like gave her a hug, and then we got a photo together, which... So here's the photo, and I'm still like in my costume and stuff, and as you can tell, I look very tired, but it was the end of a very long day, and yeah, I was just lucky to get a photo at all. And yeah, and we got a photo, and yeah, and she told me, she's like, oh, she's like, thank you like so much for like everything today. She's like, you look beautiful, like thank you so much, you've been a huge help for my movie and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, no, like thank you, and like she was so lovely. And then yeah, like I was like the only one that got a photo, because then the crew and stuff were like, okay, leave. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go home, like I'm ready for bed. And then yeah, and then when I was like, when we're leaving, walking to the car and stuff, I had to like sign out. But yeah, and then my mum was saying that yeah, when she came down, like she was asking the mums, Angelina was like asking the mums when she went to sit with them, she's like, oh, like what time did you guys have to get up, like oh, how far did you travel and all that. And like she was like thanking the mums and like apologizing to them, because like my mum was like, oh, we have to get up at like 3 a.m. and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And like she was just so lovely. And that's what yeah, and then my mum's like, when they were like packing it all up, and like at the end of the day when they were like pushing people off, then people saying no to the photos, and my mum was kind of just standing there, like not like we weren't trying to get a photo or butt in the way or anything, but like yeah, my mum was just down there because she was waiting for me. And then yeah, then Angelina said to my mum, she's like, oh, did Hannah want to get a photo? And my mum's just like, yes, like yes. So then that's when like yeah, my mum called me over and stuff, and yeah, and then pretty much that's it. There was other days I was called in for reshoots of that scene. But I was like, it was around Christmas time. I had heaps of stuff, like I was finishing up school then, like I had my end of year formal was like the next day for that. I had like lots of stuff going on, and then I thought, because my contract thing that I signed on for the movie was I can't remember what day, it was like to the 5th of January or something that I would be needed. So it was like on that day when I was like, my contract thing was finished, I dyed my hair pink. And then like they rang me like the next day and they're like, oh, can you come in tomorrow for another shoot? And I'm like, oh, I have pink hair, sorry. But yeah, it was like a really amazing experience, and it was just so good to like know that she's such a lovely and genuine person. But yeah, anyway, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I just thought I would share this story with you because I don't know, it's one of the coolest things that's happened to me. It was just an amazing opportunity. And yeah, I just loved meeting Angelina and working with her, and she's just, yeah, she's so incredible. And yeah, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please be sure to subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.